Hi.
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 Yo.
Hi.
The five of us welcome you to episode 5.
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah, that was my whole plan.
Yeah.
Welcome you to this dungeon. There's a statue of a god right there. I don't remember his name, but he's gesturing at 2 different doors.
Mm-hmm.
Rude. And, I need your help.
Why not just pick one? I mean, right down the middle.
It seems confusing.
Should never be 2 sides. Should come together. Work in harmony.
Have you ever heard of a dual party system, sir? Okay.
Is there like a hidden middle door?
No. You guys are inside of the Temple
Genesis
of the
crotch.
Lost God. There's a statue of a large being, humanoid being, with 2 faces pointing 2 opposite directions. He has 2 hands, gestured flat and wide, towards one of each door, one on his left and one on his right. And Barack Obama looks to you and says,
I could use your help deciphering the riddle.
What's the riddle?
on door number left. Door
number left.
Did you just say boy?
Doing
Door number left.
Good doing number left. Doing.
Oh, this is gonna be a good night.
There's the word mind. On the right, number right, there is body.
Spirit's missing.
Mine sounds good. I like mine.
I mean, if you're gonna go with mind, body, and spirit, spirit's missing. Or maybe just mind and body, because fuck me, but, you know, like, it's cool.
Pass.
That was good. That was over here real quick.
Stas.
I was playing with them.
Can't do it.
Not today.
Oh, look, a dongle.
Thank you. So is it literally just mind and body? There's no other inscriptions anywhere else in the room? How the hell are we supposed to get this from such a lack of information?
Brief
He
riddle.
says, I thought the same thing, but I'm glad to have more minds to commiserate with my own.
And more bodies.
I was saying more minds and bodies. I'm sorry if you already said this, but the statue, is it a depiction of someone that we know or recognize?
You guys, actually, all of you give me a d20 to be completely fair.
Is this getting bonuses in from anything? Or is it just straight roll?
19.
What'd you roll?
16.
15.
Dear Lord.
Did we all get it?
Technically, you didn't, but I'm not going to make you the only one, so...
Is it a strength or intimidation?
All of you look upon this statue of Janus and notice this once was a recognized god. I don't remember his name. It was either like Janus or Janus or Agamemnon. I don't remember. But he was the god of
Janus.
like something very simple.
Choices?
That could be it.
But he's no longer recognized,
He's no longer recognized.
so he's not relevant.
That freaking clock. I was like listening to that music, then I was like,
Forgot.
bum
The
bum.
word, the branches.
Honey, the holidays are breaking immersion. Anyway.
I like
I
it.
put the clock up. It's not me. Anyway. What do you all do? There's a
church.
door with mind. There's a door with body.
I want to inspect the statue to see if there's anything different on either end of it. Like, you know, if the hand and face facing mind look different than the hand and face facing body, things like that.
They are perfectly symmetrical.
Well,
I would like to examine the doors and see if either of them are open or locked, or if I can detect any foul play or traps.
Give me a d20, please. This is a cunning check.
Excellent. 19.
dang, dude.
Wow, Baymax analyzes your pain. And you notice
Diagnosis,
that
puberty.
the doors are actually perfectly identical except for that one word difference. There is a smear of blood along the floor leading to mind. It's hardly noticeable, and just because you were looking for specific differences, you noticed it.
Is it like dried or is it pretty fresh blood?
Relatively fresh.
Do you tell us?
I'm gonna point it out, absolutely. Be like, hey, there's seemingly fresh blood on the ground.
Barrick looks at his own arms and legs.
It is not me this time.
This time.
I've seen better. For my entire life.
That's not Cody, that's Tommy's leg.
That is my leg.
You thought you were petting the dog.
Get the fuck
Instead,
out
you
of here.
were playing footsies.
So
Lighter than a cheesecake.
the item that we need to get to turn into the Jarl,
You don't know.
and there's blood. So I'm wondering if this item. I wonder if it's like a race to get to this item first or something. If we're having to like race other people, if other people like know about it and are searching for it at the same time as us, and people are being hasty and therefore killing.
What if we split up and go through book doors?
What if we
Are
run
you
into something on the other side?
suggesting that we split up?
I don't like it. In case there's a battle.
True. And there's blood, so it could be bad.
It's a good idea. I like the
It's
not
red,
blood
by
door.
the way, just for perfect clarity.
Not blue blood.
Thank you.
So if there's blood at this door, my first inclination is to go for the other door.
My
I was thinking the
sentiments
exact
exactly.
opposite.
Really?
Of course.
So
I
where do you
agree
think the
with
blood
you.
came from?
Well, blood could have come from anything, but if something is bleeding or dead, that means I'm assuming less encounters because things have already been
encounters.
fewer encounters because things are already dead.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah.
Unless it's just booby traps.
Or an offering. Perhaps that is what is needed to get through that door.
He thinks it is not creatures or people keeping people out. It is, swinging guillotines,
It could also,
pitfalls, darts, Indiana Jones shit,
Yeah.
whoever that is.
could also be someone in need of help.
Could you
gonna
do
go
a
ahead
little
and-
perception check on that one?
Oh, you want me to use my mysticism?
Yes.
At the mentioning of someone possibly being in danger, Sir Beric Obama goes erect and goes,
Ugh.
I do believe that might be the point here. We might need to save the person behind the mine door.
I like this guy.
I think that because I'm constantly stressed out, can't get it up.
Not
Not
so.
so.
he's holding his sword, by the way. That's what I'm doing. Like,
this is-
Oh, I didn't think
Not
it was
so.
giant. Anyway.
2 and 2.
I'm actually going to go ahead and use
if
my
I realize I did that
mysticism.
towards Taylor, I apologize.
I'm going to use my
Okay, forgive
mysticism
you.
to see if anyone is anyone notable, like anyone that we know. If anyone that we know is in danger, basically. That's
Are you trying to use a foresight, or are you trying to sense this?
Foresight.
Okay.
if there is danger about.
Sorry.
essentially. It's okay. A 9.
You can't really get a sense of any living creature yonder. It's like it ends into a giant wall.
Good timing on the music, man.
I
Okay.
attempt something similar with mental prowess just to see if I can sense the thoughts of something alive on the other side.
I like the music.
It's a 9 plus 10, so 19.
Ooh!
You hear whispers in the wall.
Oh god.
In the wall, not the door.
No thanks.
It's like an omniscient presence that's everywhere.
Omnipresent.
Whatever.
There's something over there. I don't know that I like that, to be perfectly honest. Do I get any sense of what the voices are like? Is it something
It's like hauntingly like
the demon child?
like a spell once cast and you're still hearing the echoes. But it's, to be clear, it's not behind the mine door. It's like everywhere in the walls around you.
Oh, gotcha.
Can we hear it?
No.
No, it's
It's all in his head currently.
So
just
Trevor's
file them
hearing
along the other
voices.
voices, yeah. Just add them to the list.
File it away with the other voices
Oh.
and go join each other.
I'll
We will
file
hunt you
that.
for
He like, takes
whatever.
like a floppy disk out of his skull and like tucks it back.
Turns out Dionysia is actually the person who
I
invented
haven't
the
thought
pen
of
sieve.
floppy
right.
disks in a long time.
Floppy disks.
We said
Quite
games
rigid,
and-
actually. Weird.
Haunting voices. Yeah, I work in customer service. Bring it on. Bro, you used to work retail with me. Anyway.
Yeah, but I work in an office now. The voices now talk to me like vividly because there's no noise.
Or email you. Or
let's
email
just
you,
have-
then call you.
Oh
That's my
god.
favorite.
Oh god.
I
I
really
hate
hope
that.
the IT person doesn't. Hi, Craig.
I just emailed you. Why haven't I heard you back yet? Bing! It just got to me.
Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it.
So, guys, mind your body.
I still say mind.
One vote for mind.
Mind.
2 vote for mind.
And
She
Barrack
wants to
said
see
mind,
action.
right?
Barrack is hinting towards mind because he wants to help anybody who could be in danger.
I'll admit to
So-
morbid curiosity.
Well, I am overruled, but that's okay.
As you guys push on the door to mind,
Happens.
as it opens, it's like you're instantly going from opening the door to being on the other side of the door. And it's shut behind you.
Well, shut.
You are now in a more blue-hued room.
It's because of Noah.
Yeah.
It is much smaller, and there's another statue of Janus directly across that's shorter, more along the size of you guys, more of an equal height. And he's gesturing again. New doors, left and right. On the left, it says light. On the right, it says darkness.
Where was the blood coming from in here? Now that we're
There
in
is
the room.
no blood that you can tell.
What the? I'm not gonna lie, I already hate this place.
Even he can tell there isn't any blood because he's the one who saw it.
As you guys look around to try to find a trail, feel like they went to darkness. There's no blood to even track.
Not even on the inside of the door we just came through where we saw
Correct.
the blood and the shit.
I'm waiting for it.
Imprisoning me.
All that I see.
Max
Absolute horror.
darkness.
There, Nick.
I'm sorry. In the new Pokemon games, when you can Gigantamax a Pokemon, and if they know a dark move, the move is called Max Darkness. And the first time I saw it, it was behind this like stupid Jewish turtle that had a giant buck tooth. It was just like, I'm gonna use Max Darkness, guys. Like, it's just such a stupid looking attack.
Is this the switch?
How about
Yeah.
some darkness, maybe?
Maybe we gotta go talk to the Yarrow. All right. Anyway.
Kitty plugged up.
It was a choodle. That's what it was called.
Oh
a
my
joodle. Anyway,
A joodle.
I apologize for our Jewish listeners. I do love you. I just like your religion's funny. Anyway,
Still waiting. Oh.
what would Jesus do? Too soon. Too soon. Light or darkness?
Is there blood trails in this one?
This is the same room that you entered.
No, I know. I mean these doors.
Oh no.
Gotcha.
I would like to. Well, Noah's always on or active.
Yes.
I always have Noah, and I'm gonna go ahead and ignite my saber.
Thank you.
Go.
The glow of your white blade shines through the blue, and it looks more, quite a bit more like sunlight in here, in contrast to the darkness.
In that case, I say the light. If there's no other signs that we can detect around, like the doors. But that's
I
just.
got nothing better.
Forward ho. Barrack
Kind
Obama
of
leads.
wants to drink the beer that's in the inventory, but he's going to refrain.
Barrack Obama leads the way as he opens the light door. And as soon as he opens
Immediately
it,
dies.
you guys are blasted with a flash of light that hurts all of your guys' eyes, including all the third ones, the fourth, like all of them. All of your eyes
All of my little snakes
are
like,
injured. So much so that as you stumble through the door and try to blink it away, it's still burning. You're able to make out that you're in another room similar to the one you just left, but now you're like trying to fumble around to get to anything that makes sense.
This place sucks!
Everybody give me a constitution check.
Oh, I have one of those.
I got
13 plus 1.
a nat 20 plus 1.
I got 5.
I got a rock.
Oh,
Pirate,
really bright.
take 1 true damage.
Oh.
You are not bothered by the light.
Of course,
You're able to blink it away and go like, I'm good.
I'm
Your
holy.
foresight told you.
Blinded by the light.
Then Barrack
Wrapped up
Obama
like
as
a
well.
douche.
Roll a 20.
I'm gonna ask Barrack. Have you been inside of this temple before? Because we saw you walk out earlier. How much of this place have you explored?
Quite literally, that antechamber
that was as far as I could go.
Okay. I feel like you mentioned that earlier, but I just want to make absolutely sure that nothing else happens. Like,
He asked for your help outside with the first puzzle, is what he said.
yeah. Yeah, I was making sure. Because he seemed pretty, like nonchalant, like, I'm going to go open the light door. Blip.
Orb.
Blurp.
Jeff, you see 2 more doors.
Who?
Aang, you see 2 more doors. On the left.
According to M. Night Shyamalan, it's Ong.
Soka.
Angoramir.
That's
According,
Nice.
according to Scrubs, his name is pronounced Night Shyamalan.
I call him M. Night Shyamalan.
Shalamading.
Ah.
On the left, you see balance. On the right, you see agility.
Going away from the whole opposites motif.
Agility.
Barrick looks at agility and says, I'm not good at that.
I am.
I'm not good at that either.
I'm going to go with balance. That's just my first...
Well, we are all very
First
unbalanced
instinct.
people, so it appeals to me in irony.
I like agility.
Do you share this
Just gonna pick the
information with your
opposite one
friends?
every time.
Yeah, like I mean, my eyes aren't burning anymore, so I'm the first to see, so I'm going to, like, read out the words aloud. I'd be all like, well... Today's choice is balance or agility. I'm leaning towards balance.
You are aiming directly for balance, unshakingly.
But I'm
Ironic-
feeling like this is just arbitrary.
Ironically, the statue of Janos in this room is balancing on 1 foot and looks like he's about to topple over.
Nah, no, he's not.
No, I'm serious. Don't tell me what the DM knows.
You don't know that I know that you know that he knows.
You know?
No.
But for when in the future that he does imminently know that you know that she knows that he does already know that I knew at one point.
I don't know about that.
I know.
Hey, you know. I'm gonna kind of like clippity cloppity over to the balance door and be like, huh?
Do you guys follow him to balance?
Sure.
You guys open balance, and it's the same kind of instantaneous. It opens, you're there,
Okay.
and you guys are on this. You feel like you're in the middle of like a volcanic. What's that called? Like the
How dare.
the inside of the volcano that lets lava come out eventually. It's that
The mantle.
the mantle. Okay, you're inside the mantle, but anyway, there's
The spout.
there is heat. You're in the spout of a volcano.
Here is my handle. Here
You
is
guys are standing on this landmass that's hugging a wall, and there's enough room for you guys to like station yourselves there and not fall off, but there's not a whole lot of room to move around.
Are you talking about like the crater? Like
I'm gonna move on
at
from
the
this
very, very
word
top?
jungle, not
at
jungle,
the,
but
at the very top
jungle.
of a volcano? Are we at the top of the
You are
volcano
still
but on the
inside
inside?
of the volcano, and you can
Okay.
see the spout outside. Like you can see the sky, but you
It is
are
caldera, actually. I think Jenny's right.
okay. You're in a caldera.
Okay, cool.
Jenny, I'm so sorry that I doubted you. You are the
You
smartest
didn't.
of us.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I think the caldera is actually specifically the
That's sweet,
outside of
though.
a volcano leading up to the top.
you are in the inner caldera,
There we go.
and you see a
That's the
branch,
aftermath.
a thin branch of land leaving this landmass that you're on from the left, and the exact same thing on the right. They are thin, and they are quite literally levitating rocks that are creating a path to a next set of doors. Unfortunately, these doors are situated into like little cubbies or cavities in the wall opposite you, so you cannot read them from here. The statue of Janos is now hovering in midair going... Not really.
This place sucks. So, floaty dudes leading across the room that we have to go across to get to the doors. Who wants to go first?
How far apart are the rocks?
So, as you're leaving this landmass, it's actually like a path like of solid rock leaving, but it's about a foot wide.
Okay.
And then it begins to narrow and actually stops. There's a gap, but before you have to basically step over or jump over to another section of the path, and it continues to thin until it stops again, and you have to jump over a chasm to get to the door.
Okay.
You're
Walk,
gonna have
jump,
this.
walk, jump.
If one were to fall, where did they fall? They're
Into a deep pit that is emanating heat.
Fuck.
There's no,
Liquid hot magma.
Magma.
there's no lava, but it's hot down there.
We don't
That just
know.
reminded me of Diablo 1 where you get into the hell level and it's like, it's hot down here. That's the warrior character voice. Anyway,
Nice.
um,
Only played Diablo 3.
get good, scrub. Play the originals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
No. You go down. You
So
go
it's-
down.
since it was my idea, I'm gonna go ahead and walk, jump on over.
Clippity clop.
You will need to give me a dex check.
Jumpity clippity clop.
Can I go behind him and kind of... I know he's heavy, but mental prowess to try and keep him on the thing if he starts to fall.
You may. Both of you will need to roll me simultaneous d20s.
Okay, cool. Hiya!
I have a 4. I think I'm pretty good.
14.
22.
You're perfectly fine. Make a jump.
I jump. 9.
19.
What's your dex?
I don't have dex.
That sucks. Do you have dex?
4.
She should have come. You're a horse.
Like, I thought that we would all have to go eventually. I wasn't gonna show off.
Give me a additional magic check, please.
I already did a second one. You want me to do a third?
Yes.
Okay. 27.
Okay. You jump. You're off a little bit, and he catches you, and you're just like,
Oh.
Jesus Christ, get and you.
So my hoof slipped, and I was like, oh god.
Yes, you are able to land on this incredibly beyond narrow path that is actually kind of comical for the rest of your party because they're seeing a horse basically have 4 paws, right
Like
in a
in
line.
You're like one of these numbers.
I'm going to say, Jeff, you give me a d20 dex check. This is not movement, but this is your own capability. Humor me with this.
Balance. 4.
You cannot move forward in this position. You can only jump.
So just a flat jump. Alright, well, you want a mental prowess the shit out of everybody? I call back and say, help! I can only jump.
Help.
Ah! 18.
13.
You make it.
It's a good thing you rolled well, because I
Wow.
didn't.
Good job.
That's a natural 3, that is.
You make it
Thanks,
across the
buddy.
chasm. The door in front of you says present.
The other would say absent.
Well, I like presents. I open it.
You open it. You cannot.
You must gather your party before continuing.
Or maybe I have to give
Hodor?
a gift.
Aha, present.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas.
So
I offer my physical weapon. I offer my gladius at the base of the door to open it.
Absolutely nothing happens.
And I pick it back up and go, fine.
The temple goes, fine.
you tripped on your computer.
Hell yeah, I did.
I say, I can't open the door, guys. I might have to jump back, sorry. Or you
What,
guys
we've just
try
been guessing
jump
correctly
over.
this whole
Can
time?
I follow him? Try to attempt to jump over there? Okay.
I'm gonna motion to all 3 of them to come
Cool.
back over this way, and I'll kind of be at the midway point if I can, to
Hold
spot
on.
people the whole
Hold
time.
on, hold on.
Hold on.
Like, since I can't open this one, I don't know if any of you guys can open it. So can just one person go check the other door to see if they can open that?
I'll go check the other.
Because I don't want all of us to come over to this door and have none of us be able to open it. That would suck.
Do you want to check her?
Oh sure, I'll follow Agate.
Give me a d20 dex check.
I'll do my shtick.
Natural 20 plus 4 dex.
You are able to roll and jump over the chasm, skipping 2 rolls. Give me another dex check, please.
It was a waste of a 26. No, I'm just kidding.
7 plus 4.
17.
You are able to get her to the next door. You see that the door is inscribed with future.
I thought it would be absent.
Shoot!
The door says, done.
Okay. I attempt to open it.
It cannot be opened.
Killed it!
Way is shut. It was made by those who are dead.
The dead keep it. Or something.
The
that was right.
way is shut.
Anyway.
There's a Lord of the Rings slot machine, and like there's so many bonus rounds in that game. It is extremely complicated. That's one of the longest game rules lists I've ever seen on any slot machine. I'm just like, there's so many rules.
They had one in Reno and I got tired of it, sadly, and I didn't keep going.
You get a prize of like 1 coin. That still only counts as 1.
Okay. Well.
Spontaneously a ring, you're like, no, I've seen that movie, and you just leave it there.
Alright,
So, this one
Dexterous.
doesn't open either.
dexterous person, you want to come back over here with me? Because I ain't making these jumps again, man. I'm scared as fuck.
Sure, here I come. Ready?
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a natural 1. +4.
That's also a natural one.
Well, I think I'm dead.
Well, bye, Agate. It's like you went to turn and do the jump right when I was turning to be like, hey guys, where did she go?
Basically.
I really like this character. Damn.
Tommy's like doing the DM mental dance of how do I keep them alive without
No.
breaking immersion.
This has already been said. So hold on.
It's just funny, I guess. You like laughing? You like laughing
Yeah.
at our despair?
Beware the groove.
Give me a d20 dex check again, please.
Me?
Yeah.
1 again. +4.
Holy crap.
I mean, 3 nat ones in a row.
3 nat ones in a row.
Dare I?
No. She turns into a dragon, remember? 3 nat ones in a row.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one of them was mine.
That was awesome.
Yeah, well.
Jake, you fall into the chasm.
Oh. All right.
You get to see if there's a bottom.
You fall and fall forever.
Oh.
Not really. You fall for quite a long time, it seems like. The party watches your body fall, and you're like, shit, she was the dexterous one.
I literally cry out no. Like a Vader no. Like, no!
You hit the ground,
And the world below you shatters.
and you're able to stand up.
What?
Oh.
You.
It's just super dark.
Damn. Well, I've never died before, so. I'm just gonna
The
take
floor
it.
was quite literally
Like a
3
man.
feet below you.
Oh.
It's so just like, "Ah!" And then all of a sudden your head, you stand up and you're like, So this is literally that scene from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Or from the music video of Death Cab for Cutie. What's that song? Shit.
I don't know, I listen to good music. Hey!
Oh. Come on, that's good music.
I don't know very many other songs, I can't judge.
My character yells, fuck. I'm okay.
So now I have to ask, was the giant caldera chasm an illusion of depth?
Looks like it.
Because I was going to say, if it wasn't that deep, then I would say we were lacking necessary information.
All right. So, can I check for like danger or actual heat source?
Oh, it's still hot, but
Okay.
you're not. You're like hovering on this invisible floor.
So, like, how tall is Agate?
6'2".
So you're literally standing from your waist up,
Yes.
and I can see all.
But I fell a very long time.
I'm gonna do the thing where I like slowly like sit down on the ledge that I'm on, and then just like you're dipping a toe into the pool, and then just see if I find ground.
You find ground.
No, it's just in her spot.
This place is bullshit.
She landed exactly on the one spot.
What do you all do?
What does Barrick think of all this?
Barrick says that's
Anticlimactic.
unnecessary.
This place, it's bullshit.
My big boy.
It's a big, it's a big mindfuck.
Big mindfuck. Not even a good one.
Yeah.
Payoff. Not worth it.
I'm not taking you out. I have jobs to do.
It's like a horror movie that takes itself too seriously with a low budget. It's not funny at all.
It's not funny at all. It's just bad.
I can get it. I just.
Present or future.
Is there like a door underneath the door or something? No. Well,
If we all go to future, does that mean we'll get the out of this place?
Maybe.
I say present.
You just don't want to walk across the room.
I don't want to, right?
Barrick says,
I've always been curious about the future. But wiser minds than mine have always said that you should not be looking to the future, you should be trying to fix what is right in front of you. I choose present.
That was the most Obama thing that he said this whole time.
He hasn't said the most
We are
Obama
all
thing.
very interested in the
brief.
future because it is here you and I will spend the rest of our lives.
don't fucking care. Somebody pick something.
Myra, you haven't spoken.
Oh. I care to give Lucy
At one point, I was gonna say I was looking down at all the interested in seeing if I could see the lava, but obviously that's. So
There's no
I look
lava.
up and I just make a beeline. Well, they're closer to present, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's more people by presence right now. Because Barrick just walked over.
I
So it's
just
2 and 2.
hum and walk over to present as well. Oh wait. Can I offer a hand to Agate?
Oh, thanks. I take it.
So who's
Meanwhile,
standing,
I'm standing and hip deep in this stuff, going, "Well, just fuck me, I guess."
who's standing in front of present and who's in front of future?
I'm in front of present.
We were in front of future because I was trying to help her.
So future, future, present. Present?
I'll go over to present. It's fine.
Sure.
No, really, you can be where you want.
I was just
Seriously.
going towards wherever there was more people.
Well,
Okay,
it was
so
2 and 2, so
Oh. Well, if I'm going over to get her, wherever she's closest to.
All right, future. So then, suddenly, when you guys are all in a position in front of a door, both of them open simultaneously,
Whoa.
and the area beyond is pitch blackness. In both,
mage light.
it goes out.
Oh, shit.
Turn to Archimedes and be like, "Bullshit! I'm telling you, bullshit." Fucking, I'll walk through the door.
As you guys proceed into the dark room, neither of you see the opposite party. So those who went through present do not see the future people. Future does not see present. The door's shut. Yes, Trevor? Okay. And it's like... I'm stepping into present time now, but I want you guys to imagine that you're in a room whose walls, or which the walls are one gigantic single television screen. So everything around you just sort of activates, and there's light all around you. There's people milling around. There is activity. There are smells. There's sound. And two opposite parties are seeing different images.
Okay. I like this.
I'm going to go with present first.
Are we sort of like a fly on the wall of the
Yes.
present world versus the future world,
I'm like a fly.
basically?
Yes, however, the people who went through present cannot see the future
Right.
image. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Present.
It's just me and Barrick, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Angoramir, you see the black knighted person who left the bar last night
Yeah.
talking to a woman who's massive. Thick red dreads tied back in a ponytail. And they're discussing how one of their friends is missing. They believe that they went off to find something, probably a lead on what they're looking for.
I think that giant woman was there present at the start.
Yes.
Yeah. You described a large brooding woman there.
Yes.
Like large how?
You are also noticing that
Towering,
where
muscular.
she is positioned, she is in Narn.
Okay.
She is with the Olympic Guards.
Super.
In future, you guys are seeing that there are two massive armies coming down on each other in the plains. One is waving a banner with a gigantic hammer, and one is waving a banner with a giant star.
Do we recognize those banners?
You reckon? Actually, give me 1 sec. Give me d20s to see.
18.
11.
11.
11, make a wish. I wish I knew what the fuck was on those banners.
I'm sorry. It's paired torches crossing. Not a star.
Paired torches.
And
hammer.
and a hammer.
So Trevor has a guess.
So you know that one is the symbol of Hephaestus, Jenny, and one is the symbol of Hecate.
Oh.
Yep. Interesting. Those would be in a different world. It's not ancient Greece.
As you guys see them collide, you look up above as light seems to shoot across the sky, and you are seeing quite literally dozens, if not hundreds, of falling stars.
Whoa. Are they people?
Stars, as in the same kind of star that we were hunting at the beginning.
Yes.
Well, shit, fuck.
Both of your images suddenly end, and as you're looking around, the room is like a light gray suddenly, and you're in this domed arena, and you look and you're like, oh hey, my friends.
Hi guys.
Did you guys see crazy shit on the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw some crazy
I relay
shit.
all of the shit that I saw.
Wait. The same big woman that was at the star?
Yeah, big, tall, brooding, red-haired, dreadlocked woman at the Fallen Star ceremony. This is with the
Really?
the Olympian Knights right now in Narn.
I forgot something to say about your vision, Jeff. I apologize.
Oh my god.
The black armored person that the woman is talking to said, like, she's complaining about, like, one of their friends is, like, has gone off to find something and maybe it's a lead to, like, what we're looking for. And the dark armored person says, maybe he'll die and maybe it'll actually be best for us.
He's an asshole.
There are 2 more doors.
Before we go to them, I'll explain what we saw in the future.
Go for it.
Well, just... I'm not gonna rehash it.
2 armies colliding, falling stars.
Did anybody recognize the banners? I didn't quite place it. That was...
I did.
Did you?
But what are they?
Hephaestus and Hecate.
Tecate?
I really wish you had said different. Like, I thought you just lied. Like, it's actually Zeus and Hades. It's really sad. They're always fighting.
Yeah, brothers.
And stars.
Kind of
Yes.
like
And
So, yeah, that shit's weird. What are the other 2 doors?
talent and skill.
Skill. I like that door.
Actually, yeah.
My vote.
Skill?
It's good.
Yeah, actually.
Cool. You guys simultaneously enter skill, and Barack Obama's like,
Wait, can we not talk about how beautiful this room is? What kind of technology and magic are they Okay, you're leaving. All right.
you go through skill, and you find yourself in a small, dense library. And on the table, right in front of you, are 5 tomes.
Do they have titles?
They have your names on them.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't give a fucking go right up to mine.
Receive +1 to magic.
Oh.
Yes. This is permanent, yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
I look at mine.
That's what I thought. +1 to strength.
Oh, sick.
Sick little shot, bro.
I'll open mine.
+1 to magic.
Can I,
Steal my shit.
can I keep it?
Yes.
My book?
Oh, the book? No, it burns into nothing. Skyrim rules.
I open mine.
I have
+1
7
to willpower.
strength right
Just
now.
get the thing away.
Do I still have my bath MP? Or my bath?
You walk in here.
HP?
Yes, you do.
Books. I'm glad I did.
You can't take you anywhere.
You guys are all transported into a brand new room. There are no doors to choose. You're just suddenly like, look, a book. Ah. And suddenly, you smell blood in the air.
My
Look
period
down.
started.
And Barrick is holding his book, and he's like,
I didn't get to read it.
You
Read
got to
it.
keep yours?
I just teleported with you. I don't know what's going on.
Open it.
Open it.
Open it.
It's from Michelle.
Who's Michelle?
That's her book she wrote.
My lady.
I think you mean McKelly.
I think you mean Mitchell.
Mitchell.
He received +1 to Dex.
Well, good for him.
Okay. All of you give me, or receive, 300 XP.
Wow.
300.
Did it.
It's 300.
Then we shall hug in the shade. The bees will blow
Not out the sun. That's what I think of every time.
I need to watch that again, apparently.
No,
Okay.
there was a fake trailer for 300. It was like polite 300 or something. And so
Wasn't
they
it like-
basically just shittily dubbed over the top of the trailer.
Wasn't it like Welcome to Flavortown or something like that?
Oh my god! I think it was.
It's Cake Town.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
That sounds
And
nice.
so we will fight in the shade. It's freaking Michael Fassbender and his crazy eyes going, then we will hug in the shade.
That's right.
Crazy eyes. I like the description.
I mean, am I wrong in that movie at least?
Not at all.
And that, yeah, no,
All right,
he
guys.
voices crazy.
2 more doors. And this time Janus has his arms crossed.
Oh, he pissed.
Yeah, we're figuring out your shit. Talking smack.
Figuring
to
this
the
shit out, man.
guy. Process of
Let us
elimination.
out.
Process of elimination, you two-faced bitch.
Trevor's suddenly happier because he got a level of
much.
degrees. Flesh or stone.
I use mysticism.
I like stone, because...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna try and sense a danger behind one. Like
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna try and sense danger behind the doors at all. Of
Thank
anyway.
zone.
Yeah. Basically, what would be the more treacherous path? That's a hell of a roll, I know. But here we go. 12.
There is danger behind both.
Oh, jeez.
Can't distinguish anything because it's
They're both feeling cold.
okay. Well, I activate my ice resistance aura and put on my ice plate mail. And
You have hard leather and, like, maybe not a potion at all.
Yeah, your ice
Fucking-
resistance is all that back hair.
yeah,
I want Pyra to voice her opinion on where you guys should go.
I like flesh because it's
Because it's what?
easier to burn.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ah.
Yeah?
So,
by the way, I let everyone know that I sense a cold danger behind each door.
Okay. Barrack says, That's all he says.
Sounds like the Republican Party.
Oh, danger.
They're a cold danger looming.
Blue bastards. I don't know.
Red, actually.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
pretty sure.
I had an ass backwards, I always do.
You know. Why can't we all just be purple?
You guys go behind the stone door, and it's literally just like a boulder. Oh.
We all look
boulder has been waiting.
There's an earthbender behind there.
fucking talking boulder. He fucking like gets up and he's like Geodude and he fucking like picks people up and throws them out the door. and
Okay,
shit.
so while I'm fixing that up, here's the thing: if Avatar's actually becoming a live action thing, who would you guys cast as the boulder?
Dwayne Johnson.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Good.
perfect.
That's what I was named my Geodude, Dwayne.
I mean, yeah, I was
Oh,
saying.
that's
I
amazing.
mean, it's literally The Rock.
it's literally
so-
The Rock.
It's
Yeah.
funny. You'd think it was funny.
Oh my god.
Love that.
No,
if I had to think
no.
of somebody else,
Dwayne Johnson should play Toph.
because it's like
Oh,
the
that's
Ember Island players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have to think of somebody else for it though,
Who else could be completely over the top like that, though? I mean, they literally based that character off of Dwayne Johnson.
basically.
Yeah. I thought Cody was sniffing my arm. It was just his tail as he was wagging, tickling
Yeah.
my elbow.
He does that.
I thought he was doing that earlier, but that was Tommy's sock.
Alright, guys. Flesh or stone?
Well, I mean, she's got me with flesh.
I
Man.
mean,
That was a good point.
cannot refute this argument. I don't
That is a
think
really
my
good
gaze would
point.
work on stone.
I like it. I like it.
Barrack says,
All
that's
for
quite
it.
violent. I concur.
Violence is good.
You go through flesh, and it's the instant, like, you're suddenly in the room.
I'm sorry, it's the instant what?
Bing bong, bing bong,
Um,
Okay, buddy.
bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, boo.
You guys enter a room that's quite square in shape. And
Bunch of fucking
you
squares.
see a lot of dead bodies in here.
Oh,
like-
that's just nasty.
In what state of decomp?
Yeah.
You find 6 dead bodies in here.
State of decomp, please.
Yeah.
Fresh. They look like they are not older than a week. At least a day. And they have open rib cages, maybe a rip in the hip, or something with a
hip
foot
rip.
in the foot, or the head maybe is on sideways, or what have you.
Sounds like a lot of
What
blood
races?
force trauma.
Any distinguishable races?
They are mixed.
Okay.
Do they? What about like their gear and whatnot? Do they look like another?
They're all naked.
Lovely.
Well, I get very aroused.
And as you guys look on, and Angoramir starts to grow
Ready
one,
for battle? Yeah.
they begin to move, begin to shift. And Barrack says,
That's not a good sign.
Unnatural.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is disconcerting.
Can I just
Also-
immediately start trying to catch them on fire?
please give me the spell you are using and roll a d20.
Magic missile.
Fire.
What?
Might wanna
hit
use-
multiple ones.
Yeah, but magic missile is not all burny.
Oops.
You
I
spoiled
dropped my
dog.
D20. I'm gonna use yours.
Yeah, go for it. Okay,
Yeah, I
my
guess
bad,
I'll
my
do
bad, my
fire.
bad, my bad, my
So I'll
bad,
get
my bad.
burning damage.
D&D battle music.
12. Wait, I lied. Yes, 12.
Totes cast, bro.
Yes. 4. I'll fix it.
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 12.
12 damage?
Yep.
12 burning damage.
So question, just so that I got the thing right. So now it's that 12 doesn't go until next turn because of the burn. Okay, cool.
So it'll be 12 damage after their next turn, and then 12 more after their next turn.
Got it. I was trying to...
So yeah, you can stack up them deeps real quick with burning damage.
Cool.
I'm going to, in terms of like where the battle is happening, are all the bodies like all around us, or are they all kind of piled to one side?
They are not piled, but you guys are like right by the door. I'll say there's like 2 on either side of you, and then like 1 in the middle, 1 next to them, and then 2 more by the doors on the opposite of you.
I'm just staying as far back in the room as possible to keep out of the
So you-
fight, because I am
so you hug
squishy
the
as
door.
fuck. Yep, pretty much. Zap, zap. But I know it's probably not my turn in battle itself.
You were baking
being
something
cute.
fierce, brah.
Bleh.
I mean, I love you, but
I just want to be by you, Dad.
He wants to go OUT so that he can PEE. He has to pee really bad. There's 3 E's.
Barrack says,
Are you going to go? Because I'd really like to attack.
Oh, I didn't realize it was actually my turn.
Range.
Oh, mubby. I'm gonna start out with just a zap on the same one the pirate hit.
cool. What's your magic?
After all is said and done, 11.
Cool.
There's
Barrack says,
11 magic already.
Well,
There.
8 plus fairy plus my rod.
Oh, okay.
Barrack says,
Thank you.
and
Yeah.
he charges the one in the middle. As it
Okay.
rises, it goes.
I didn't like that, did you, bitch?
I hit it, motherfucker.
I'll slap you down like, well, Joe.
Uncle Joe.
What sort of weapon is he using again?
I'm gonna point.
A sword.
Is it two-handing or one-handing it?
One-handing it. He has a shield.
Mm.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
Alright,
T-Tank.
Jenny.
Am I close enough to swing at him with my sword?
You can swing at the one that they've been attacking, or swing at one that is opposite the one they were attacking.
The one opposite the one they were attacking.
Perfect. You go for the right then.
It's
probably a jank sword. You'll get a better one later on.
Well, I'll just do a decent name, but not
That's
a
fair.
really cool badass one.
I'm not gonna put like too much thought into
Not
it.
Longclaw Bay or any of that stuff.
Long
Remember
Claw
that?
Bay.
I do remember that.
I remember that.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
It was my bastard. So.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god.
Little did I know.
No spoilers.
I
It's like 6 months after the show ended.
she hasn't seen it.
I've got a couple episodes.
I'm glad I didn't make any jokes.
I don't care. So, oh, hi there. I would like to attempt to decapitate the one.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a 4. That's unfortunate.
What's your dex?
That's 4.
Plus arms training.
Oh, yeah. Plus 2.
Total of 10.
You hit, but definitely do not decapitate because you hit its stomach.
Unfortunate.
But at least you deal damage.
Damage.
That's true. That's true. I did. You did.
You did done do it.
That sucked, yeah.
Diddly dun do doodly.
12. No. 13.
13 damage.
By rolling 2 1s? What do you add?
Oh, I'm not supposed to add to it?
You add your
No,
strength.
It's strength and cunning plus whatever weapon
I
you
thought it
have.
was strength and dex.
No.
Oh, it's
Strength and
okay.
cunning.
Okay.
So it's 2d4.
7 and those 2 would be 9.
Still does a lot of damage.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Jeffrey.
Hi.
Hi.
I was going to speak with Barrick before the battle, but he charged in. So that's awesome.
He is quite pissed.
I'm actually going to join Barrick in battle. No offense.
Was it ever strength and dex, or did I make that up?
Well, strength. And,
Strength, dex, and cunning are crit damage
Yeah.
equators.
Dexterity is added for crits.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. Oh, yeah, because, and it's also you had a lot of sneaky stabbies at one point.
Mm.
So that would have been a whole lot of
and I did that
backstabbing and
twice.
adding
I think
dex.
I had that kind of character like twice.
Yeah,
Two
that would
campaigns in a
explain
row.
that for sure.
Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Alright,
Just go ahead.
Me, Stuart Tommy, I am going to use a smite on the one that Barrick attacked.
Smite.
Smite. Hiya! It is a successful,
Lovely.
I believe. I mean, I rolled a 16.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's going to be a.
I'm going to save you time. You're going to instantly kill it with even your lowest attack.
Okay, cool.
Whoosh.
The one in the direct middle of the room is bashed to a pulp, so it cannot attack you anymore. How do I describe a zombie re-dying? The remaining
Grotesque.
5 go.
Oh. I think I had
Ow,
mine
burning
then.
damage, I'm dying. The one you burned dies. The one you attacked in the stomach attacks you.
Ah, fuck him.
He hits you,
Fuck you.
I shook this shit.
dealing you 7 damage.
The fuck? I'm gonna get you.
The other 3 charge
I'm going to get you.
Barrick. Oh no, sorry, you, because you killed it. They crit you.
I did lots of damage.
Yeah, you did.
They miss you and then attack you.
So crit and
Miss
hit.
hit.
Alright.
You are dealt 4 and 9.
4 and 9, so that's gonna be 3 and 8.
Mhm.
Okay.
11.
Range first.
I'm gonna zap the nearest one.
What is your magic?
10.
Dionysia.
I'm going to, as an instant, cast Flash Heal on Ingoromir. It's cast. Magic. No.
I love having healers.
1d4 plus
You
half my
always have
magic.
one.
3 plus 11 half. Do you round up or down? Up. So 11. Well, the 3 plus 6. You heal for 9.
Thank you.
Très bien. Okay, and then, because that's an instant, and then, gotta do my MP before I forget. 4 MP. Oh, I had the, cool. I can do math. And then I'm gonna cast Magic Missiles. How many of them are damaged?
1.
1.
There's 4 up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit both bolts on that one. Does it? Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, total cast is 17.
It dies.
Yep.
You skewer it with 2 giant missiles, and it like splats into the ground, slides down the shafts, and becomes mulch.
Mulch.
5 MP.
Barrick Obama cuts vehemently at the one that missed you, and he cuts its upper body off.
Oh.
Jenny. Agate, sorry.
So there's only 3 left now.
No, it's not dead.
Ah,
Dear Lord.
alright. That one that's not dead, I'm gonna try to make it dead.
Okay.
I would like to, again, try to
Love your
decapitate it,
priorities.
because- Why the fuck not? We're here, right? Oh, shit. Well, that's a 6.
You hit.
Cool.
Damage. Actually, with your bonuses, you're automatically going to kill it. So you're good.
Oh.
You kill it, and Barrick says, "Thank you."
Ooh, it's me. All right. I'm going to resist the urge to use smites, and I will attack a fresh one because there's 3 fresh ones.
There's one that crit you, and one that like
Oh, I'm
slapped
definitely
you.
attacking the crit one.
Are there 3 left? 2
Fuck
left.
that guy.
2 left.
I'm going to use a regular attack against that guy. Hi-ya!
Nice.
13 with good bonuses.
It hits.
It's going to be 4 plus 6. I get plus 10 on my damage right now. This is great. Now, well, 11.
You do 11 damage. It hisses at you.
I hiss back. Like,
All of me hisses back.
It hits you.
what a bitch.
And then the other one hurts you.
Fuck him. He's next.
You are dealt 8 damage.
7?
You are dealt 6.
You're next.
Player phase.
So what's left?
2 bad guys.
1
Both
damage,
games?
1 not.
Oh.
Wait, okay.
I thought there were 2 fresh ones and 1 damaged.
Oh.
My apologies.
How dare you? At least it's not the other way around. You're like, cool, there's only 3 left, and Tom is like, there's 12.
There's actually more than the battle started.
They are
8
rising
more
up.
join the room.
More zombies come
Every
out of
time
the
you do
zombies.
bad math, they multiply.
More zombies come out of the
Forget the
zombies.
Pumblees, that would be scary.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time math is done improperly. Ugh. The
It's
math
even worse
police.
than when you
Pretend
gave the guy
you're at work.
multipliers for every time I
Pretend you're
cussed.
at work.
So what happens if you do improper grammar?
The grammar police?
Insta death.
You guys can't cast for a while because you're silenced.
I ain't know. I ain't be knowing the answer to that.
Alright.
Who learned you to spoke?
Cast fire at the
You can't
healthy
cast.
one.
And if I can't cast, y'all are
13.
fucked.
That's
Didn't I know the answer?
12.
Okay.
Might I throw out a recommendation
Yeah.
for your spells? These guys are dying pretty quick. I would say prioritize using instant damage abilities.
Or do
don't
what you
listen.
want.
You're not the boss of me. Or you.
But I mean, if we were fighting a boss and it was going to take a lot of damage, flame that bitch up.
Fire is amazing for that kind of stuff.
Dionysia.
How are y'all looking? I know you keep getting hit.
On a scale of 0 to 40, I'm looking about 31.
I'm nearing 50% damage. But not quite there.
I'm going to cast another Flash Heal on Ingoromir.
I'm hard enough. I
Cast.
could probably go another turn.
So that's...
I know.
take me out, coach.
one.
can still rise.
You heal for 7, Ingoromir. And the Flash Heal is 4 MP.
I got adrenaline rush too.
And then I'm going to cast Regen on Agate.
She has adrenaline rush. I don't know, man.
Too late, already thought it. 16, so that's a cast. Target's HP is restored by amount equal to magic per turn for 3 turns. Does the first proc hit right now?
Mm-hmm.
So then you heal for 11 immediately, and then you will
that's
for like
nice.
2 more times. So I don't have to
Cool.
keep healing your ass. Just kidding.
Very cool.
But that one does burn a lot of
Well,
MP.
they are dying quickly, so maybe I won't have to worry about.
Turn.
Barrick attacks the one that was burned. But he's like, it's not working. Oh, he crits it.
That
You
was
say,
insane.
that's how you do it.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It's super dead.
These burning spells have done a lot for you so far.
Alright.
Oh, yes.
Well, previously they have.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one that hit me still around?
Yes.
I would like to heroic strike it with an 8 plus.
It to kill it.
But when things are dying on like 1 or 2 hits, it's like
Hey, it's fun. It's fun to use.
that's when the
moves.
AOE shit really helps.
Oh
I
my
would just
God.
now
Oh my God.
expend.
Remember that one time I wiped out a
HP.
cave of ice trolls with an Ifrit summoned?
Yeah, that was great.
That was amazing.
You all receive 180. What's
Yay.
everyone's level?
4.
4.
No, you're.
Yeah, she's 3.
Huh?
So you receive 36.
What was it? 180.
So you you receive 216. Sorry.
I'm sorry. How much did we get for that?
Ding. 180.
Jesus.
Oh, you think?
I did.
Yeah.
25, 85.
That means I heal, right?
That was a waste of a regen spell.
Oh, we didn't know. You never know. This is not my final form, man. Who knows?
Teasing.
Man, we're really inefficient with our MP this battle,
Right.
guys.
I only used 6.
I was talking to other people.
I used
I only
10.
burned from
It's
20.
exciting to use your moves.
It is exciting.
So early on in the.
As you guys are heavy breathing and looking down at each other's wounds and like healing each other, and then like she's suddenly glowing like Fenris. And Barack Obama puts his sword in the dirt, like point down, kneels down, and like prays with his head on the pommel.
Is dirt on the bottom?
It's a dirt floor in this one.
Oh, I thought it was a stone room.
There have been stone, but this one's dirt.
Okay.
I don't know why I was imagining this whole place with just like fog, like
There
Army of the
is.
Dead
That's actually pretty
fog.
accurate. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So dirt and fog.
Also
Stone
known as
walls.
dog.
Dirt and fog, hope and change.
Or fur.
A clinging fog to the floor.
Mist.
You know, that reminds me of like the Ocarina of Time where you go like underneath the town of Kakariko Village and you have to descend
Oh,
down the well.
Yeah.
Stone walls and dirt floor
Yeah.
in that area.
Fuck that place.
Oh.
Anyway, you guys find 2 more doors. One is labeled burden. The other is sacrifice.
Bourbon?
If only.
Amazing.
Bourbon.
Or was that burden?
Burden.
Burden with a D.
Not 6-sided.
Not to be confused with Tyler Burden.
I don't like the idea of sacrifice very much.
Yeah, I don't like where that one's going.
So,
Burden it is?
my money's on burden.
I lived 300 years. I could do without more of that. I agree with you.
Varric rises and sheathes his sword and says, "It is a hero's journey to put burden on his own shoulders, not to sacrifice innocent lives."
A hero's journey to do it, or
To
a
burden.
hero's
To burden.
Tuberculosis?
burdened by your poor wordplay.
Ooh.
Here comes the pump police.
Yeah, burden. I don't feel like sacrificing.
As you guys enter burden, it's like you are re-entering the same exact room. That's the impression that you get. Still fog, still dirty floor, still bloody pieces of meat all over the place.
That's gross.
It's as if you didn't leave. And you make your way through it, you're like, I think the temple may be broken.
This is the same room.
And
Did you try turning it off and back on again?
That's funny.
PG&E shut off my power, I can't do it.
Too real.
As you guys are looking around like, okay, what the hell happened? The pieces of meat begin moving. And they begin crawling little by little onto your guys' boots.
That's really gross.
And then up your pant legs.
Can I like stab
And
at them
off?
before
You
this
can.
happens?
You're not slowing it. And they sort of just hug around your middle and down your legs and on your boots. Do you feel this weight pulling you down? Not into the ground, but as if you are moving quite a bit slower.
Oh, okay. So there's just meat on our boots. They're
Hey guys,
just-
check
And
it out.
like
pants.
weight
And
Flesh armor. And I reiterate, this place sucks.
well, actually, the meat's sucking on you.
Gross.
Yep.
That's nasty.
Okay. Well,
There are 2 more doors. One says ground. The other says air.
okay. Well, I immediately go for ground
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't fly.
because, well, not only that, but I am terrified of heights.
Nobody,
So-
nothing about me says air.
Yeah, ground.
I me as well, actually. I'm not terrified of the sea, terrified of heights.
I'm a follower of the eagle. Red, white, and blue. Anyway, I am a fan of air, but I will follow you to assist.
Outvote.
Okay.
Thanks,
How's
Barry.
it feel?
Democracy. As you guys enter ground, the room is dark and full of terrors. As you make your way in, it is dusty and musty and lusty
Ooh.
and fussy.
And busty.
The boob guy was left back in the town.
Is it crusty too?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
As you guys make your way in, you are once again hit with this feeling of this omnipresent feeling of like something pressing upon you. Like there's another presence in the room.
Yeah, the meat.
There's 2 more doors at the end of this room.
Is the meat still on us?
Yes.
Fuck.
How much slower am I moving?
Receive a -3 to dex movements, both all 4 of you. All 5 of you. Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
All of you
-3.
receive -3 dex movement, not dex accuracy. Does that make
So
sense?
it doesn't affect attack rolls, but if we're like, I want to parkour across the room.
I want to roll away from this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
-3 to our movement.
I have 6 defense now.
Nice.
The doors, you see pretty quick, are covered in a dark, shadowy aura that you cannot pass through. And you're like, that's weird. Why can't we get to the doors? And you turn around to reconvene with your group, and there's a monster that has come out of the ground and looming over you that's very toothy and a massive mouth with a bony body with antennae coming out of its head, and it is raising 2 large hands with long clawed fingers and about to go scratch your back. No, it's about to attack.
Oh.
Ugly thing!
All of you give me dex, not dex, cunning checks.
Oh, I have 2 cunning, did I tell you guys?
17.
6 plus 2.
The 2 of you are attacked.
Oh, I'm supposed to be adding dex to my attacks. That's what I was forgetting to do.
That's what it is.
I'm rusty.
It's okay.
That's another thing this room is.
Rusty.
You are dealt 11 damage,
But
and you are dealt 8.
But how did you know that it got past my defense?
I know your defense.
What's my defense?
5.
6. Yeah, you thought you knew.
I need some
It's
deep
not passive.
reserves.
Yeah, I know. Was I hit separate times or just once?
Once.
So
For 8. 7.
7.
How do you have 6 defense? I have to know.
Because I started my starting item was the bracers.
Ah.
I put hella points into dex. I get my 5th one. This is level up.
Fuck yeah.
And then I put my other one in the
That
cunning.
gives you +1 defense, which I think you already took account for. Yeah.
That's why I just bragged about having.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the thing to make sure I'm doing all the
Nice.
little
No,
things.
You're good. You're good.
For once. So
Ow.
I don't need to ask my DM the
Ow.
same dumbass questions.
I love it. Love it.
Do you have a dumbass question to ask me?
But I'm going to be very boring and do deep reserves, though, I think.
Get the boring stuff at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Because I already got toughness to match.
Alright, guys.
They
Yeah.
have to match.
Ranged first.
I'd like to get the fuck away from this thing
Oh.
and go to the other side of the party and be like, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, zap.
Okay.
The thing hit you harder than it hit me. I'm gonna zap it on my turn, but I'm also gonna flash heal.
Okay.
What's your face?
That's
Fire
her
up.
face.
14, that's a
It
cast.
has a name. It's a boy's name, too.
And it's a voice name, too.
You heal for 8.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna pew, zap. So the thing takes 11 arcane.
Okay.
Oh, darn it. I cast magic missiles earlier, and that's arcane damage. I should have used 1 less MP. Oh well.
You can do that.
Sure.
Yeah, fix it right.
No, thank you. Darn it, I forgot my thing with arcane damage.
Pyra, your
I
turn.
made a mistake. I don't know what that voice was.
So she ran off one way. I'm gonna run off the other way.
I just ran
And-
straight through the party to put them between it and me.
Valiant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Dude,
run.
that MP cost reduction is stupid good. That's so
I
good.
really need to start getting more arcane spells. So I mean, Mana Burst doesn't use all of my MP.
Sure, 1 less. 1 less MP cost.
I'm still gonna run in the opposite direction and cast that from a distance for 10.
Okay.
From a
So you mean like
distance.
we're both just kind of going, yeah, or you like I went past the thing. Are you going towards the thing?
No.
Are you
Okay.
going opposite Trevor, or are you going essentially against a similar wall to Trevor, away from it?
Similar wall.
Okay. Barrack Obama says, "Not today, you don't, fucker." and
Did you just
taunts.
call it the goat fucker?
Yeah.
Taunts.
Oh, nice.
Look at him.
He fails it.
You're useless.
And then he charges.
At least he's generating aggro by charging.
He fails it.
Do you want to title music?
Yes, please. Whoa. I don't know where that temple is. This is Skyrim music, by the way. And it's showing you different temples or different dungeons. I don't know that one.
Oh, nice.
Barrack misses his attack and goes, fuck. Jenny.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it,
I'm
kill
going to kill it.
Kill it heroically.
it. Strike it heroically.
Alright, I'll strike it heroically. I have all this stuff to use. With a 12 plus 7. Ha ha!
That hits!
Yay! Okay, roll damage. No, I don't need to because that's a. Okay. Ooh, dislodged. Fuck. I lost it again. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
29 damage. Oh. Okay.
So here, just make sure.
I was supposed to add my sword, right?
8, 10, 15, 21, 27.
Oh, okay. My sword.
2d4.
2d4?
Right.
And Goramir.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't like this guy one bit.
Why
So
not? He's just a shadow monster.
I am
It's freaking Smiley again.
smiting him. Yeah,
It's not Smiley.
It's definitely not Smiley. The way you described him, not Smiley. Smite. Hiya. That is successful.
Isn't your crit chance like stupid high? That ability?
Well, it's not stupid high, but it's good.
What is it?
I get plus 10%. So if I roll
18, 19, 20.
18 or higher, I'm good. Anyway, so that's going to be 6 and 4 is 10, plus 12 is 22. 22 holy damage.
You deal it 33.
Like a fool.
Super duper.
Racist rules, yo.
Right, and I have skill sheet, yo.
Nice.
Jeff dealt at 80. Jeff dealt at 33 damage.
Damn.
Ugh, Briar.
It screams and then tries to tackle you.
Oh.
It succeeds and tries to pull you into the ground.
Can I resist?
Give me a strength check.
Can I use mental prowess to try and assist even though it's not my turn?
I rolled a 15
That will
plus.
be your minor.
That's fair. Nat 1.
Alright, that's a 15 plus 4 strength for 19.
It wins. You begin descending into the dirt, and you are unable to get your left arm out of the dirt, but your right sword arm is free. It digs its fingers into your body, and you feel 10 piercing marks. 10 piercer damage enter your body. It works. What's your defense? Just for funsies?
My defense is only 7 at the moment.
It passes.
The 10 piercing damage, can I negate one of
You're
those
going
points, or is it
forward,
true?
1 second.
I know it's an intense.
You are dealt
500 damage.
21.
Is that total in one move, or is
Yes.
it? Okay. So 20. I'm down.
How you doing, buddy?
18.
Youch.
Player phase.
But you know, that's okay, because I did 33 damage. I did more damage to it, so it
That's
sucked
true.
my dick.
This is my giant dangly horse cock.
Yep.
Barrack gets initiation by charging it. And he hits it.
Yay! Generate that threat, brah.
Rah.
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 Natasha Romanoff.
So funny.
That's trying to come up with other ones, but I didn't have a good opportunity.
All right.
I like Bro with that.
It screams as its head is impaled, but it's made of shadow. Ranged.
Oh, yours, darling.
What does fear do?
Fear makes something not attack you anymore.
But
Bah.
yeah,
Really good for when you have aggro.
that either of those two, I would recommend. That'd be me.
God, the usefulness of that being a DPS class, it's really good. No.
Oh, the Tiefling fear bit.
Yeah. Being a tiefling caster is a really good idea.
I'm gonna cast ice. 8.
You cast.
Oh man, that was almost a spell burst.
2d4. Plus magic.
Nice. Nice.
Plus 10. 26.
16.
Pyra, you kill the monster.
Whoops.
Power.
You killed it?
I just wanted to add 20.
Yeah, I
It
waved my sword at you.
disperses as the ice covers it. It sort of breaks apart like glass, and the shadows disperse into the shadows that are hugging the walls.
It's like the old game Final Fantasy monsters when you kill them, they just like particle effect away.
yeah, but
That's
the
awesome.
particles become one with the natural shadow. But the shadow auras that are hugging the doors fade away.
Sorry.
All of y'all receive 100 XP.
Oh, shit.
Actually, sorry, to be accurate, 125. 125 XP.
25. Oh, that's weird math. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
What was it again?
125.
Did it drop anything?
No.
While we're sitting here, I'm going to go up to Angoromir. I'm going to use my major salve. I'm going to apply it to his wounds.
Salve.
Sorry, salve.
Thank you. We're back.
So that's you heal for 9.
Savvy
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You probably use a little more, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll cast heal as well. It's gonna do the more bare minimum.
How you doing, man? You've been casting a lot.
I'm actually doing okay, surprisingly.
Wow,
I know. Oh, I
you're
had
stacked.
insane amounts. Well, that and we leveled not long
Oh, I see.
right
I
back
see,
up the
I
top. So yeah, I had 40 going into this dungeon.
Okay.
So it's a 14. That's a cast. So then it's 2d4 plus magic. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 11 is 14.
14? Perfect. I'm a full.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
So 5 off of there. So whew. Now I'm getting lower. Now I'm at 12 out of 46. But I still have a mana potion, so at least I'll get a small boost later on.
And you had a mana potion. Goddamn. Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
The doors before you say prince and slave.
Did anybody else think of Septimus?
I'm a
Yeah, I thought so.
Looking for the prince.
Hey, Beric, do you know anything about Prince Septimus?
Rumors are not good to live your life by.
That was the fucking answer to the question.
Oh, I forgot to loot the monster.
What's the
He
rumor?
didn't drop anything.
I appreciate your vote.
I didn't vote for you. Well, I didn't vote for you!
We don't have a lot.
What a narco-syndicalist commune! Or whatever the hell he says.
Executive power. It's from the masses.
Not from some farcical aquatic ceremony. Love that movie. Love those two guys. Danny and Arnold. So you didn't answer the question, or you're just going to jerk around?
He answered it.
No, he didn't.
Rumor is not a good way to live your life
That's
by.
not an answer. That's a cop-out.
What's the rumor?
He's a politician.
No, he's not. He's a knight. Get your shit together.
He's a politician.
Get it all together. Put it in a backpack.
So as you're arguing with this fake president, you are all looking at these doors. What are you doing?
That was not on purpose.
Okay. Prince or slave?
Playing footsie with
Prince.
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 Yeah. Prince.
And Barrick says, slave.
Purple
Oh,
rain.
right. I don't believe in slavery.
Too soon.
Oh.
Is the princess ever purple?
No, just for that it's white. First of all.
I don't like how you said the word ward.
You guys open the door to Prince. And within, it's not the instantaneous motion. It's more like you open, and the feeling that you first get is like you're entering someone's bedroom. It's somewhere private that usually is occupied by only one specific individual. And as you enter, the door automatically shuts behind you, as all the rest have. You notice quite immediately that there is a light that seems to be coming from nowhere, and yet this room is well lit. There are runes all over the walls, the ceiling, the floor, even on the doors opposite this room. And all the runes are of animals. There's a stag, there's a dolphin, a peacock, a horse, an eagle. Give me D20s, please.
It's the gods.
7.
11.
10. 4.
Holy shit, I was the high roll?
None of you see it.
Oh.
There is something familiar about this room. There is something empty, obviously. There's like a sadness. Like I want you to imagine that right before you open this door, all of you are sort of wondering, like, is Septimus here? Is this where he ended up? And as you open the door and see that it's empty, you're all hit with like this isn't right. Like someone was meant to be here. And they're not. The doors opposite you say wealth and happiness.
Well, my vote's happiness, but
Happiness.
Wealth.
I would like to. You said it's easier to look in the past, like hindsight, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, now easier? No, it's the exact opposite. It's easy to see the future. The reason that I gave you access to the past was because you rolled a nat 20 that time.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like the wealth door personally.
I am going to look into the future of this room to see if anyone will arrive.
Just kind of sit in the corner, and now we wait.
15.
Nice.
Your mysticism says that this room is not a room. This room is a representation of something bigger than itself. That the runes are symbolic of some thing that
On the wing.
the animals reflect some sort of like timeline or metaphysical presence. It's all a metaphor. But something about it being empty leaves it almost like a cocoon. It's somewhere between a cocoon and a coffin. Like, it's hauntingly silent, and yet it's developing into something else. Yes, Trevor.
Sorry, this is more like a D&D question. Like,
That's pretty much how I feel when I play D&D.
right. Well, it's like I have guesses that I'm basing it off the premise that you mentioned peacock and
Yeah.
all the other ones. Those are the animals of the gods,
Dolphin.
and I'm making these jumps. Basically, I want to know, would Dionysia know that these animals are sacred to those gods? Like, obviously, I would know Athena's.
Upon the sight of the owl
Mm-hmm.
and the horse, because the horse was proclaimed in front of you guys to be Poseidon's animal,
Mhm.
and the well-known eagle,
Mhm.
you can surmise that. Yes, that the rest are representations. Also, the peacock is pretty well known too.
Yeah, that's Hera. Did you? I'm sorry.
There's a cow.
She has several, but the peacock's her main because she created it.
Oh.
Did you say your mysticism thing? Sorry, I kind of jumped in there. Like, I don't know if you're planning on saying that to the party.
You guys
Yeah.
are spending more time in here, so I'm going to give you another chance for the cunning check.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I got +2 cunning.
Oh shit. 19.
I'm 16.
4 again. +2.
3.
I'm gonna say because you were like trying to prophesize this, your eyes were closed, therefore you couldn't see it. You were just like scratching yourself, so you couldn't see it. And as you two saw that he was paying more attention to this room, you're like, maybe there's more here. And also, I'm feeling weird. So you actually start to really look at these animals.
I do let them know, by the way, that this is more of like a cocoon of death.
There is one animal that is distinctly, like, it looks to be burned away. And you can tell that it's something winged.
An owl?
You can't tell.
A
But my
Pegasus.
owl is still there because I saw it, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So the owl's still there.
Okay. That's cool.
Griffin.
I don't know what the other sacred animals are off the top of my
A
head.
phoenix.
Does it look like? I don't know. It's all metaphorical. I was gonna say, does it look like you got burned up recently? But I don't think that really matters. I almost wonder, like, if this is fucking pipe dream. I blame all the shit we've gone through and this meat still clinging to me. I almost wonder if this is a place where people become gods. Death, cocoon, rebirth, end your old life, ascend. I don't know.
Maybe it is a place where people talk
I
to
think-
gods?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know why I would feel like a cocoon then. I don't know.
Oh, what happens if you touch the animals?
Nothing. It's stone.
Oh.
You can tell that these are engraved, though. They're not just like drawn on the wall, they're engraved and carved.
Is there one for my goddess?
Artemis has her stag, yeah.
What is Hephaestus' creature?
Donkey.
Oh, I like that. Donkey!
What an ass.
Okay.
So
Donkey!
there's a dolphin, a dove, a donkey, a dog, a warthog, peacock, owl, a horse, an eagle. There's a lot. There's a lot.
But one of the winged creatures is burned out.
A wolf.
Maybe Janus had a winged representation of himself, and it's burned out because he's no longer relevant.
I like that. Can I, would Dionysia have like a piece of paper or anything on her? Can I just, I'm just gonna write down all of the animals that I can see in here.
Okay.
So, do you wanna, hang on,
Sure.
I was gonna say, otherwise you can either list them off again and I'll write them down, or you can just
We
like,
can do this after session.
sure.
Okay.
Just so that I have it, and then I can't think of anything else to do in this room.
I asked Barrick if he's cool with the happiness door.
I'm a believer in happiness and the pursuit of it.
Great.
But it's, yeah.
I get ready to open the happiness door.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Oh, gosh.
Quite as
Money makes
you
me happy.
might even venture to make your way over there. The happiness door seems to be eager for you to open it, as like you touch it, it's like, and you guys do experience the boom, boom feeling of instantly being somewhere else. This time you are in a different type of cave. It is dark except for about 100 glowing pieces of rock scattered as far as you can see throughout this long, winding cavern. There's yellow, there's blue, pink, red, green, purple, all the rainbow, essentially, except for orange, black orange. But you see...
Rude.
There's also black ones. And
First of
you
all.
see 4 beings kind of milling around, touching them. They're putting away like some sort of tool or weapon. They're hard to make out even with the light. One, it has a long white beard. The other has like some sort of like toga thing on him. The other grabs one of the oars. And there's one female amongst them. And they start touching the oars of different colors. And before your eyes, you are seeing them transform the souls, because they are the souls, into other things. So, like, one of them turns a soul into a helmet, and then he puts it on. The woman grabs a soul and makes a goblet. And another one grabs one of the white souls and makes a gigantic lightning bolt. And then the last one grabs it and makes a trident. And one of the men, says, "It's hard to believe that even after an immortal dies, we still have such presence in this world." You guys feel everything kind of shaking and churning, and the cave disappears. And you get this feeling that that image that you just saw was not meant to be seen by you. It was like, we interrupt this program for yada yada yada. So you actually...
Of course it interrupts my motherfucking happiness.
So you go to what you were truly supposed to see, because it has the same sort of energy of the rest of this cave. That seemed more like a blatant, like, vision. This seems more like you're experiencing it. You are now in the plains, atop a slight hill, all five of you, and there is a single tree looming over you, not very many leaves, and it has a single branch that's bending over you guys. And off to your right, there's the ocean with a gigantic ship, like a man of war status, that is getting ready to set sail, and it looks inviting. Out straight in front of you is not Narn, but it looks like a very homey, comfortable village. To your left is a gigantic cathedral that you can tell is bigger than the one in Redstone, that likely houses emblems of every god. And then behind you, you hear sounds of battle. And this question enters your mind of, what makes you happy?
I look at the home.
The ship.
Success in battle, man.
Probably the home.
And Barrick says, Michelle.
That's so sweet. That Barrick.
He
What a
pulls
guy.
out the book and says, I'm saving it for her. I don't know what it does. Anyway.
It increased your
I like the
dexterity,
dogs, too.
tard.
Just as you guys are beginning to feel homey and comfortable and pleasant, a bright pink phoenix lands on the branch above you.
What?
Do not poop on me.
Dumbledore.
Its plumage expands,
Don't
seemingly
do it,
out of irritation for your color,
don't poop, don't do
and
it.
it just defecates all over your
Ah, it burns!
quite literally burns the phoenix.
Yeah, that was the joke.
And it caws at all of you, and you guys are sort of woken up by its call, and you are overwhelmed with this feeling of wake up, wake up,
Grab a brush, put on a little makeup.
wake up.
Thank
And
you.
as you guys blink, the phoenix is gone, the
Ah.
cathedral's gone, the battle's gone, the plains are entirely gone, and you are back in this temple, but you are suddenly on the other side of the door that was happiness. The door is still ajar behind you. In front of you, I'm going to have a hard time describing this, so try to bear with me. You're in a massive, massive room that is circular. You can tell from the walls starting behind you and like curving out of sight, and then the same on the other side. And you can see doors every so often, all leading into this one chamber that you're in now. In front of you, also in a circular formation, is one last room that has a single door, a little yonder, like a little bit to the left, leading inside that room. So the impression that you get is that all of the final doors that you could have gotten here lead here.
So if we were to look at some of the doors that are near us, like the one behind us was happiness, can we see any etchings on any of the ones that are kind of within eyesight?
You see wealth. Do you want to take time to look at some of them?
Just like 3 tops,
You
just kind of
see-
briefly.
You see fire.
Fire.
You see acolyte. You see
Pedialyte.
Pediasure.
you see Shade,
Ensure?
and you see Talent, which you do not go down.
Yeah. So we went down skill. Interesting. And is there any marking upon the door in the center ring?
No. It is the first door that has no marking on it at all.
That in and of itself bears exploration.
Varric
for
says,
Let us
This may be a good
journey.
place to rest and recuperate.
Ah, yes.
There's no such thing as save points in the dungeon.
There's enemies nearby.
Cannot rest with enemies nearby. Barrack!
It's like, damn it.
You've found me out.
Video game mechanics. What a damn dirty snitch.
That's some awful meta shit. I don't know about you guys. I don't feel comfortable resting in this place, but if the party wants to go for it.
I don't need to.
I
so
feel
it's
comfortable
it's not
because I'm missing a lot of MP and I would like to have some MP back.
Okay.
That's fair.
True.
I'm at 12 at the 46, that's plenty.
25 out of 31.
Ah, shit, I had 3 extra MP this whole time from being relieved.
Yep.
Well, did the count, but it's still written right there. I'm not going to do that, that's super shitty. Besides, after all of this, I wouldn't be feeling very rested anymore.
I decided to rest. And I have 1 point of ground.
how long do you rest?
A few hours. I don't think we need to spend too much time resting.
I'm mostly focusing on getting MP back, though. If I can heal a little HP, that'd be dope.
After 2 hours, nothing attacks you, and you all feel relatively comfortable and restored of your MP. HP is not healed at all.
Cool. I should have healed
full
myself
MP.
first.
Super. I thank Barrick for the wonderful idea.
Barrick also watched out for you, so he did not restore anything.
What a good guy.
Sorry.
What?
No you.
Hmm?
Said no you.
John McCain comes out of the talent door. Hello?
Aw.
No.
He's
Okay.
immortal.
What the hell? Alright, guys. Final door?
Yes. The finale.
Is the meat gone?
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have announced that after.
I just saw that. I was like, why do I have a -3 to... Oh.
After you
Thank
defeated the
God.
creature, yes, the dex subtraction went away.
Dope.
That I never added. Oh, that's... Okay, I just... Okay.
Did you have your ding moment? Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
As you
ding,
guys
fries
open
are
the
done.
door, it is made of wood as opposed to the typical heavy material that the others were used, a mixture of stone and dense wood and yada yada yada. This one is blatantly man-made, non-magical, and it's a little bit anticlimactic as you open the door and you see the biggest statue of Janus yet, and his hands this time are actually together as if presenting something down low. There is a pedestal just in front of those two hands, and there is a man gesturing on the pedestal like as he's doing something. He's not marinating the quesadillas. And there is a blue glow on the other side of him from you.
Is he making magics?
All y'all give me D20s.
What kind of check is this?
True.
2.
11.
3.
14.
None of you recognize him. It actually really makes sense that you don't because you weren't there. He hears the sound of you guys coming towards him. By the way, there's a staircase between him and you, so he's actually up. He turns around, and as you're about to be all like, this is it. This is the boss of this dungeon. He's about to monologue.
No.
He falls.
Oh.
Like onto his
Into a shadow.
backside and like collapses against the pedestal, and you see he is covered in scratches in his clothes and like blood is dripping down himself. And now with you guys being able to see his face, the three of you recognize him, or at least his voice as he speaks, as the mage that summoned the golem that attacked you the night of the star chasing ceremony.
I check on his well-being. I clip-clop over and I see how he's doing.
Same.
He puts a hand up, and you suddenly can't go up the stairs towards him.
We're trying to help.
I don't need you.
You sure? You look really messed up, man.
He looks up at the pedestal, and you can see now that he was working on something that looked a lot like a crown. And it actually is familiar, because all the statues of Janus have been wearing a crown of similar design. So it has a ring around the rosy that you would fit around your head, and then 3 prongs, two that go behind the ears, so like one behind each ear, and one that goes directly down the nose. But on Janus, it would perfectly fit his dual face. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Atop the crown, the prongs, or the teeth of the crown, the rooks of the crown, are actually 3 singular things made of 3 chunks of identical blue soul. That's the blue glow. He looks up at it and says, "You know that immortal is actually subjective. That elves actually die. That gods actually die. I didn't know that.
How is that supposed to affect us?
I'm telling you a story."
You're not very good at it.
There's like gargling blood while he's talking.
Yeah, right.
He says, "We were sent here to find these things, to find these souls.
Who sent you?
And we didn't know why. Undyne still doesn't know why. And Hammer doesn't know why. But I do."
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
And he tries to like get up to like grab the crown, and he's like hurting so bad that he can't, so he goes back to sitting. He's like, "Okay, I know that I was kind of a dick, and I like attacked you. I'm not sure we should have wished on the star."
The person.
Well, that's kind of a matter of opinion. She's immortal, though I'm getting kind of the feeling that she did something to you guys.
After all, immortal is subjective.
You were in the crater, right?
Yeah.
So it's likely that she's in you somehow, in some way. She's affected you.
We were hit with a blast that emanated from the crater that knocked us all over. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There is a kinship between you and I.
Kinship.
Whatever. He's dying. Give him a break.
Nope.
Perfect grammar to the end.
He gets onto his knees finally, and he looks over at you and says, "Janus died back when people stopped believing in him."
That's sad.
Because what's very funny, and he's able to stand up, he says, "What's very funny is that we hate the idea that we can't make a choice. So we made a decision that the god shouldn't exist that decided our choices.
Oh.
If we could do that with one, we can do that with all the rest. If we stop believing in any of them, they will die. And what happens when they die?" And he gestures to the crown. And he grabs it. And he says, "They become weapons for us." And he puts it on.
Of course it does.
And the blue just kind of shivers throughout his body, and he screams in this new power that's shooting through his brain and through his whole body.
He's going Super Saiyan!
And he starts glowing blue. So he goes into Super Saiyan God mode. And none of you watch Super Saiyan. None of you watch Dragon Ball anymore. But
I'm familiar with the Super Saiyan God.
okay, whatever. And his wounds seal up. And he turns to you and says,
sick.
"I have nothing else to say."
Are you still remorseful for attacking us?
I'm not really remorseful for anything. I'm just realizing the nonsensical nature of the mission that I was sent on.
By whom?
Maybe it was the gods themselves.
Well, it sounds like you have a choice to make right now.
Maybe I'm the new god of choices, with his essence on my head.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you choose to accept your new form, I fear that it may be the end of you.
You know, I'm actually...
Your final form.
I was suspicious in the beginning when you all showed up in that crater, because we were told to get to the star no matter what, even if that meant cheating.
What?
The fact that all of you
This is really a
arrived...
big surprise.
all of you arrived first sort of hints that you were meant to wish on the star first. And who am I to intercede with fate? By the way, where's your little friend?
What friend?
Daenerys?
No.
No.
Oh.
The boy.
There wasn't ever a boy with us. I don't know why everyone keeps telling you there was a boy with us. There was no fucking boy with us.
Maybe he was really, really good at stealth, and we just never saw him all the time.
If he was there, we had no notice of him.
My character's still, like, a little pent up with rage at the moment.
It's my... Just kidding.
My character is just, like, kind of mad at this guy right now for... Yeah, I'm actually going to burst out and I say, basically, like, the audacity to assume a new form and put the crown of a fallen god upon yourself is just against everything I said
Dick
before.
move.
Yeah, like...
Agate's just mad there's no gold in here.
Or agates.
There's actually a gigantic chest right behind him, and he's like, this is mine.
I'm basically going to non-threateningly try to convince him to take the crown off.
Oh,
Give me a cunning check.
that's gonna go well.
20.
Oh my fucking god.
He touches the stone and, like, covers his eyes and says, you know, my pious background actually kind of agrees with you. Janus died because people wanted to have free choice. And it was my free choice to take this. What if I made you a deal? I lift the barricade. I will no longer bother you. And I will make my way to Mount Olympus to see if the gods truly do exist.
Okay.
And we don't have to do this.
Do you really think they'll accept you?
They'll have the choice.
Oh, shit.
Once you lightsaber VROOM it,
Vroom.
he lifts up his fingers and a golem rises out of the stairs in front of you guys, and he's like, "Take two." Barrick says, "Take this, motherfucker," and he throws his sword.
Jesus.
I do kind of like that.
I love that that was the thing that broke Jeff.
So much.
18 inches of steel. Dick.
Once I wrap these 22-inch pythons around your neck,
He deals 17 damage to the golem,
Jesus.
and he runs up to it and grabs his sword back.
great.
We're fighting. Can we do this next time? Sorry, I have work in the morning.
No,
I'm very tired.
9:45. Yes, we can
Sorry.
save it till next time.
It's a good cliffhanger moment.
That President Barack Obama dealt damage to a
Weapon.
golem. See you all next time.
Ah.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to bye-bye.
I know, I
either.
don't either, but it's also not going to be fun if people are
Yes.
falling asleep. So
Understandable.
we'll do it next time.
Sure.
And until next time, stay beautiful. Bye-bye!
Oh,
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.
Off-whiter's a hen.